guys, welcome to today's video. My name is Pam and I read a lot of books, and the past few months I've been struggling a little bit, not fully in a reading slump, but feeling like I haven't been able to read physical books as much as I would like to. I am definitely part of that growing trend right now where it seems like everybody and their mothers is a quote-unquote reader now and is like defining themselves by being a reader. Obviously, reading has and will always be, hopefully, a very popular hobby and pastime and just a thing that everybody does for pleasure and for knowledge and for school and all these other things. But it does feel like the past few years, reading as a hobby has just kind of skyrocketed. I know there's been like a lot of video essays and articles and analysis on this growing trend, so I'm not here to do that. I just wanted to acknowledge that like I am part of that trend because I didn't pick up my love of reading again until around 2 or 3 years ago. So I don't really know what I'm trying to say, just that I, along with a lot of people, now consume a lot of books, but also a lot of book content. And sometimes it's overwhelming, the amount of books that we're constantly being recommended and seeing on our feeds. If you're like me and follow a lot of book-related content or have a bookstagram or a book talk or things like that. So that's definitely my choice to follow a lot of book-related content, but I truly love reading. I sometimes just feel like all consumed by the amount of books that I want to read and like not having enough time to read them. So I just wanted to sit in that feeling and slow down a little bit this week and just enjoy reading for what it is and for like the joy and tranquility that it brings me. And I do read a lot of books. I feel like for the past few years I've hit my reading goal and then some, and I've read like 80 to 90 books a year. Like that's a lot. I'm not saying like I have literally no time to read, but like sometimes compared to some people, I'm like, I'm falling behind, or compared to like my TBR, I'm like, I'm way behind my goal. But there's literally no metric that I need to be meeting, and it's really just like my own hyper competitive brain that just automatically wants to make everything a competition. So I just wanted to put that perspective out there that like it doesn't matter how much you're reading, as long as you're reading what you enjoy and as long as you're doing it for your own pleasure. And yeah, I just want to stop getting swept up in all the algorithm, and I thought I would film a realistic reading week vlog. This is literally just like what I'm gonna be reading this week. I usually read every single day, whether it's like 5 chapters or whether it's a couple pages, and I also usually have an audiobook going at the same time because I drive to and from work a couple times a week. I walk my dogs, I do chores around the house, and I like to just pop in my audiobook. I usually have a lot more time dedicated to my audiobooks, especially this year. It feels like my audiobook listening has been a lot more than my physical book reading, just because I've got more things going on. And I am also a girl of many hobbies. I have my stationery shop, I have my full-time job, and then I just like doing a lot of things. Like I do like
fulfilling my social battery, and then I like watching TV shows, I like gaming, I like crocheting.
So as a girl of many hobbies, sometimes it is hard to balance it all out. So yeah, I just wanted to film realistically how much reading I'm getting done on a weekly basis. Today is Tuesday, so I already missed yesterday, Monday, the start of the week, but honestly, I work, and then after work, I went to the gym, I made dinner, and then I played games with my friends. So I went back to see, did I actually read anything? And I did read both my physical book and my audiobook, but it wasn't a lot. I think I read 14 pages of my physical book, and I read about an hour, or I listened to about an hour of my audiobook. My current reads right now are Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. That's the physical book that I'm reading. I think about halfway, a little more than halfway at this point, so I'm thinking I'll probably finish it out by the end of the week. And my audiobook listen is God of the the Woods by Liz Moore, I believe. And that one is about 14 hours long, and I think I'm like 2 hours in at this point, but it is very juicy, so I anticipate that I will not take too long to finish it. So yeah, we'll just see how this week plays out. I'll bring you along with, it's not gonna be super exciting because it's gonna just be like, realistically, this is what my week looks like with a 9 to 5 and with not a lot of extra time to do all the things that I love to do. So yeah, we'll see how this week pans out. I did go to work today, but I am now off the clock, and I got a few pages of Great Big Beautiful Life in already right after work, so we're off to a good start today. Let's keep it going, see how the week plays out. Today is the first truly hot day in Austin. It had been really nice and cool, which is rare for May in Austin, but now the heat wave is here, and I forgot how hot it was today, and Peanut, I put on his harness to go on his afternoon WALK, but then I was like, no, we need to wait a few more hours because it's too hot, and now he's just moping around in a bad mood. Because he already wants to go. This is his usual time, but it's just too hot. We are all heading out. We're gonna take it easy because it's the first hot day. We gotta acclimate. Taking a little Bravo break. Gotta watch my shows. Okay, it is nearing the end of Tuesday. I had just a very cozy night in. I didn't even make dinner. Uriel is bringing me back some tacos, so yeah, I'm just wrapping up the night. I finished watching The Valley. That show is a lot, but I love mess. I'm probably just gonna read for a little while longer, eat my tacos when they get here, and then call it a night. I have to go to the office tomorrow. It's gonna be kind of a long day, so I'm just trying to chill as much as I can today. But yeah, we'll catch up tomorrow. And this is how much I read on Tuesday. Good morning, it is Wednesday. And I have a busy day today. I am going to be in the office all day. So yeah, I think today might be a lower reading day because also after the office, I'm going to the gym. And then, you know, that doesn't leave me with a ton of time after work today, but we'll see. I still have my audiobook, which I'll probably listen to at some point during my commute, but yeah, we'll see how the day goes. So my biggest concern today is actually not even reading. My biggest concern today is that Lorde ticket pre-sale happens today. I really want to go see Lorde this year. She's doing her tour for her new album, but pre-sale starts at 10 and we have a big meeting from 9 to 11. So yeah, I'm gonna try to sneak off and try to get tickets on my phone, I guess, which is really frustrating because it's like an off-site meeting too. I won't have my laptop. So wish me luck. We'll see how that goes. From lunch, but I just wanted to report that I did manage to score some Lorde floor seats. So, successful morning. Yo, Y'all, I almost died at spin. I thought yesterday was hot. Bitch, that was just the warm up, literally. Today is so much hotter. Like, it's been marinating for a whole day, and today it's like fully cooking. And it was rough. Inside the gym, we were struggling. The AC was struggling. My body was struggling, and I almost died. I don't know if I'm gonna have energy to do literally anything else today. I want to just like lay on the floor.
Delphine. The mother looked younger the followed Lee in Alice's direction. Man who will become her husband. George Barlow's by hand, climbed tall ladders, personally oversaw the arrival. An echoing city manse with cold marble stakes began to form when she was 18.
Thursday afternoon, and I'm headed to a book event for a memoir that was just published called Detained, and one of the co-writers of that memoir is going to be there giving a talk about the book. And it's a book that's been on my radar and that sounds very good and very interesting, and yeah, I want to get a copy, listen to the author. So yeah, that should be a good event. Decision of the day, which mug do I use? I have too many like holiday specific mugs and then I just use them throughout the whole year, but this is my favorite. This is the one I usually always go with if it's clean. Hello, happy Friday. I am done working for today because I work half days on Fridays. So I am just gonna catch up on some shop orders from the week. I really haven't packed any orders this week, so I've got a bunch of them, and I'm going to continue listening to The God of the Woods while I pack. I'm also printing some stuff for orders, so that's what you hear in the background. Yeah, this week has been pretty good. Pretty typical, I would say, as far as like reading amount and consistency. I've gotten like a good little reading sesh in every day, which is nice. Oh, and yesterday I went to that book event. It was hosted by Nuestra Palabra, and they're like a small pop-up bookstore based out of Houston, Texas, and they specialize in books written by Latinos, and they partnered with Gerardo Ivan Morales, who is the author of the book that they were promoting yesterday, Detained. It is a memoir of a boy from Honduras who came to the United States during Trump's first administration, and he was detained by the Border Patrol, and he was just a victim of that administration's policies. I'm sure we can all remember like the family separation, kids in cages, tent city at the border, really horrible stuff. So this is his account of experiencing that, and Gerardo Ivan Morales met this boy and he like co-authored this memoir with him. So I got a copy. The event was like really surprisingly empowering and powerful, and it was held at El Buen Samaritano, which is a church here in Austin. They do a lot of volunteer work for immigrants and stuff like that, but it was at a church, so it felt very like, I felt like I was at church, but you know, we were like being empowered to speak up and help out our immigrant brothers and sisters who are once again victims of a horrible administration. So it was just a good reminder and a good community meeting. So yeah, that was a really good event. Good week overall, even though it's super hot. I don't have a lot of plans for this weekend. I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow, take it as it comes, and we'll see what we get up to. I am anticipating that I'm gonna finish Great Big Beautiful Life soon. Probably today. I could have finished it last night, but I was like, I'm gonna save this for tomorrow when I can just sit down and relax and enjoy this. So I've only got a few chapters left, so I think I'm gonna fly through it probably tonight. God of the Woods, probably not gonna finish it soon. I'm only a third of the way in. It's 15 hours long, so I've still got quite a bit on that one. Plus, I'm listening to it on Spotify because I do have Spotify Premium. I get audiobooks with that, but I only get 15 hours of audiobooks per month, and I actually, because some of the books that I read every month are for the 2 different book clubs that I regularly attend, sometimes I get on the wait list for them at the library, but they don't come in on time, so I just use my Spotify hours to listen to them. So I had like 5 hours left of listening time this month, and I think I'm about to finish those, and it doesn't renew for another few days. So if that does happen, we'll see. I'm gonna have to wait to finish this book and probably start another audiobook in the meantime, but we'll get there when we get there. I'm gonna pack these orders, continue listening to my audiobook. I just ran out of listening hours, and it doesn't renew for 4 days. It's fine. I'll read something else in the meantime. We're all settled in for an afternoon of reading. Look where we are. Almost done with Great Big Beautiful Life. And look at this lo-fi channel that I just found. That's very much the vibe of this book, okay? It's giving Little Croissant. It's giving Georgia Coast. It's giving summer. And it's perfect. Oh, also peep the nails. I need to clean them up, but this color is everything. I'm done. Just finished it. I am a little bit of a teary mess. Yeah. I wasn't sure if this was gonna be a 5-star read for me, like almost the whole way through until the last few chapters, and Emily Henry just like killed that ending. She brought it home and I loved it.
No, it's not hard. The show's not hard.
You're not gonna crack it?
The show's not hard.
Y'all know it's hot when this baby comes out. Mega Babe, my savior in the summer. very late. I got like 10 hours of sleep and it was glorious. I'm heading out to just do some fun things with friends and I'll bring you along. We've had a very productive morning, did a lot of house cleaning, did some yard work, walked the pups, and now I'm showered and ready to enjoy the rest of my Sunday afternoon. And I'm gonna keep reading. I'm on chapter 3 of Harriet Tubman live in concert. Enjoying it so far, and yeah, happy Sunday. So that wraps up our week of reading. This, like I said, was a very typical reading week for me. I got a lot done and I read a lot, listened to a lot of hours of my audiobooks. It's just nice to like sit back, think about it, and like not feel pressured to get like a certain number of books read or a certain amount of time. I do have like my book clubs as deadlines every month. But even those are like for fun, just to be with people, talk about books. So those are also not like hard and fast deadlines or metrics that I need to be meeting each month. So yeah, this was a nice reminder to like appreciate every day and read because it brings me joy and pleasure and peace. So thanks for coming along with me. Oh, and I wanted to, just before we wrap up, on Saturday I went to Blue Genie Art Bazaar and I got these super cute earrings. I got these, which I've already been complimented on, and I also got these little tequila bottle earrings that I thought were just really fun and cute. And they are, Aylesbury Street is the artist, so I just wanted to give her a quick shout out. So yeah, these were my totals for the week. And in general, I finished Great Big Beautiful Life. I started Harriet Tubman live in concert. I got about a third of the way through Out of the Woods before my Spotify numbers ran out. And I started Of Women in Salt. That's the current audiobook that I'm listening to. I'll finish that one up and then go back to Out of the Woods. Yeah, so I only really finished one book that I had already started at the beginning of the week. So I'm a slow reader. I do what I can every day. Don't put pressure on myself, and that's just what my realistic reading week looks like. Thanks for coming along. Let me know what you've been reading, and I'm excited to catch up once I'm done with these books at the end of the month and we can talk about them. So yeah, I hope you're having a great May. I hope to see y'all soon. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and take care of yourself. Till next time, bye amigos.